In our design article this month, we're talking about minimalism. And we have an article that shows us different kinds of design and using space in creative ways. We have Pauline back with us. Hi, Pauline.
Hey guys, good to be here.
Good to have you back with us. Let's talk about being minimalistic or minimalism. What are the pros and cons of that?
Okay, well, I am a big fan of minimalism, although more in theory than in practice. I am growing in this area.
Yes. Yeah.
The cons are it's just hard. You know, we live in a world where there's just so many things to buy, and it's fun to have things, and it's hard not to.
Yeah.
But I think the pros on a mental health level, on just a quality of life level are really powerful. I think there's a lot of good quotes out there about, you know, the more things you own, the more things own you. The idea that the more things you have, the more time you have to spend cleaning those things and organizing those things and fixing those things and going and buying new ones when they break. And, you know, this idea that all your time and energy gets focused around the things you have as opposed to those things just adding quality to your life and giving you more time to enjoy the deeper things. That's just one example. I really want to say, if you're at all curious about this topic of minimalism and why people would even want to live a minimalistic life, I highly suggest the Netflix documentary Minimalism.
Yes.
It's so good.
Yeah, right. I've watched a bit of that. I
Yeah.
should watch more.
I watched it twice and I'm going to watch it again.
All right. Well, let's talk more about this idea of stuff. And we have this word being materialistic. What do you think fuels that mindset in our society?
Oh, well, I mean, we live in a world of constant advertisements and bombardment of advertisements that wants to tell us that the more stuff we have, the happier we'll be, the more fulfilled we will be. I mean, there's a whole industry that's all about trying to make you think that so that you will buy their things. And it's hard to pull away from that. I think that really fuels that mindset. And then also just maybe some keeping up with the Joneses, feeling like you have to prove your success or your value or your adultness by having all these things. I think there's a lot to be said about that.
Yeah, there's a lot. We could spend a lot of time on this topic for sure, but we are coming to an end for our segment. So I want to talk about the pandemic for just a moment, because we touch on that in our article. We meet John Eastman. He's the designer that we discuss in our article, and he says this: the coronavirus pandemic has been a dramatic reminder for many people of what is essential in life, and it isn't more and more stuff. What are your thoughts about this, Pauline?
Wow, I just think it's a really good thought, the reminder that what everybody is deeply missing during the pandemic is connections with people and activities. It's not stuff, you know, and realizing that it doesn't matter how much stuff you have in your house, it doesn't really make up for that. So yeah, I definitely think that it's a good moment to think about what's important and to try and rearrange your life in some ways to reflect that.
Absolutely. So something to ponder on. What is really important to you? I think we can all agree that stuff isn't the main thing, right? And there are people in our lives that are more important. So check out our design article, and you'll find out more information about what's going on with John Eastman and his work. We'll see you next time here on Insights.